What is happening, everybody? Boom, boom, boom. Wait for everybody to come on real quick here. Ready for the class. Brother Nolan. Lamuel. Good evening. My brother Manuel. Brother Ryan. John. Let's see. We got Brother Chuck, Mr. Fatlack in the house. My brother John. Sabatini. Eldon in the house. We got Linda. Martine. It looks like my son was the very first one. And we got Brother James. Boom, boom, boom. And Brother Cordell in the house. Hey, my Dino from Australia. What a blessing. Brother Jim. My brother Sean from Michigan. Yeah, if you guys would put where you're from, if you would. There's always a blessing. We'll give it just a second. Chattanooga, San Jose, Florida, Louisiana, Southern California in the house, Oregon, Seattle, my brother Vince, brother Don, North Dakota, Dan, Canada, Toronto, Brother Sean, Michigan. Definitely appreciate you guys. Now we're excited. We are, I don't know if you want to. All right. So tonight we are doing What's Happening, Brother John in the house. Buffalo in the house. Cordell, Kentucky in the house. So today I'm doing a, today we are doing a commission piece for my brother Cordell. He is gifting it to one of his good friends. And so we are going to be doing teals. And we're going to be doing Bel Air. A Bel Air logo. And the emblem. And I already got something pretty cool drawn up. Of course, got the Bel Air logo. And got the actual emblem. And I kind of drew out some craziness. Which, man, it's going to look really cool. This will be a cool little breakup. What's happening, my brother Steph? Alejandro in the house. Definitely appreciate you guys tuning in. Fresh Prince from Bel Air. That's funny when Googled the emblem. That was one of the things that popped up. Yep. And of course, I think, like I say, going to be doing something cool. So kind of just to give you an idea, I kind of got some open space up in the corner here on what I drew out. And of course my drawing is not exactly there's a lot more to it than the drawing, but I'll kind of give a breakdown. And usually I don't even do this part. What's happening, Lisa? Good job. What's happening, my brother Michael Legs in the house? So of course, I'm trying to do some old school swoop through. I'm going to drop one down. It's going to go over and under. It's going to, same thing, it's going to go down under here, come across here. And then what's going to make it cool, because I mean, that's old school, 80s, 90s, always love it. That's some of my first Arsenal, kind of a swoosh, kind of through. I mean, that was like mandatory back then to have that. I mean, it wasn't mandatory, but you guys know what I mean. We did a lot of this. And of course, I mean, this one I kind of bowed some. Some you can come up, you can come just straight down. This one I kind of made it kind of cartoonish. We'll see if that kind of ends up the way when I tape it. But there's so many ways of doing, of course, those main patterns. And that's going to be our main theme. And then we're going to build up for that, which is going to be very cool tonight. Brother David in the house. My brother Ted. Definitely appreciate you guys. We got, of course, Brother Rudy in the house. You want to say hello?
What's up?
Yeah. We got Deja in the house.
Hi, good afternoon, good evening, what's poppin'?
So, and of course, man, we're trying today, what's it called again?
StreamYard.
StreamYard. So I purchased StreamYard, which means you're able to like stream from on several different platforms. And of course, you know, it is like with any technology, trying to work out the kinks. Deja, of course, is my tech guy. And some of this stuff, tech woman, whatever you want to say. So, of course, hopefully going to be able to get that going. And that's going to be way cool because I will be able to show your artwork on the same page that we're doing. I mean, we were checking it out this morning. It was way cool. It's just a matter of getting it working and figuring out the ins and outs. So hopefully next week we'll have that working. So we'll be streaming hopefully on a couple different platforms. And then we'll even have that countdown thing going. Kind of like what Adam has, to 30, and then it comes on. But, you know, just every week trying to get a little better. My brother Brian had bought a GoPro. So I bought the better package so I could have 2 cameras. So eventually we'll fit that in too. So, hey, that's a good one. My brother Fatlack, that's funny. Rob's lives bring everybody to the yard. My brother Michael Moore in the house. Definitely my brother Michael. Thank you for the support too. Everybody that ordered this last week, really appreciate it, man. Let me tell you, the online sales it definitely dropped way down. We had just a handful of orders this last week within a 7-day period. I'm just blessed to have even my local people picking up stuff. And I understand too, times are hard right now for a lot of people. Man, you know, this is something extra. You know, listen to me real quick here. You got to think what I do. If something crazy happens, of course, man, I got to say though, okay, watch. Let's talk real quick about that. So you got to think when times get hard, man, you got to think what we do, custom paint, whatever. You know, if it comes between milk and eggs and your food for your family, I mean, you got to, of course, pick that. And when it comes to stuff like what I do, I don't work for the city, the county, any government deal. Brother Dale in the house, you know, you got to think that's always job security. You know, what we do, the custom world, man, if it gets hard, man, it's people got to make choices. And you know, whether it be materials, whether it be somebody doing a custom job, whether it be, but I got to say during COVID, man, I was the busiest ever. People were just spending money like crazy. So, but back to this. So like I said, I'm going to do the swoosh through it. 2 swooshes, going to be way cool. And then we are going to build off of it, kind of the 3 shade, 3 fade. That's what kind of this area is. Same thing here. You know, it's just a quick sketch. And I'm hoping to bring it around. And I'm hoping to have all those different breakups of the colors. And then I'm hoping to have enough space to even do this. Just kind of put the icing, you know, the cherry on top of the cake or whatever you want to call it. Whipped cream and the caramel and the cherry and the ice cream and the chocolate and all that stuff. Brother Steve in the house. And like I say, from this to what we're going to do, I'm hoping it works out. And usually it does. Sometimes it looks better. Sometimes it ain't exactly what you planned out. Appreciate it, my brother Cordell. And like I said, I'm really hoping it's going to be really something cool and something you guys can do. Another thing you guys can kind of add to your toolbox. Back to our whole point. We are doing a theme. So we're sticking with this 2 theme. And you got to think this is this. You could do this on a whole car. this could swoop on a quarter panel. You got to think, and then it swoops. Let's say, like, let's just say this is the end of the quarter. Tail lights over here. Let's say this is the door, you know, where the door jamb, and you could literally swoop that through, and another one depending on what you got going on. I mean, it's just so many things you could do. Back to this, back to old mini truck style. I mean, you could do it to where it fits something new nowadays. And like I say, there's so many ways of doing that. But I'm gonna so we're gonna wipe down. Let me move this out of the way. I was looking for, let's see here. Put that right there. My brother Travis, what's happening, my brother Jose? And of course, for you guys that are tuning in that aren't usually on, we got a 12 by 32 inch MDF, half inch MDF, already based and flaked. We based and flaked this with the little mini flake class 2 weeks ago. And you can kind of see it popping now. Of course, I know my screen's a little bit slow. But this has got the .008 and the .004 on it. And I am cleaning it. It's already been sanded. Cleaning it with wax and grease remover. Brother Steven, New Zealand in the house. Thanks for tuning in. Definitely appreciate you guys supporting the website. The link is in the description. You guys need any supplies. I got a bunch of amazing clear coats for all budgets, from 85 bucks up to 275 bucks. Really good clears. Just got in a new Euro clear for those people that are on a budget for 189. It's the 7.5 liter setup. Super good Euro clear. And of course, my favorites, of course, the 800 and the 900 VHS, which I think are 230 or 240 something. So I'm hitting that with the wax and grease remover. We're gonna spray a little bit of Windex, or should I say glass cleaner. Kind of hit it. Same thing, website, all of your tapes from 1 millimeter to 16th inch to 2 millimeter to an 1/8 to 1/2 inch to 1/4 inch. Vinyl, masking tape, low tack, all the colored flakes. Thank you, my brother John.
You have a couple of people on the Instagram live saying what's up.
What up?
Instagram and Facebook.
All right, awesome. Appreciate you guys tuning in. So of course, now it's a matter of trying to, we'll do the border real quick here. You guys know me, I usually do the border with the orange, with the orange 1/4 inch vinyl. I mean, you could literally use the masking tape all the way. I just always do this just to, it's our usual kind of to outline it. And back to this, you know, we're on a time schedule on Thursday. You could do some way cool borders. We could do to where we round it. We could do to where, and you've seen we've done it a few times where we kind of cut in with the border a little bit. I usually go literally a 1/4 inch away from the edge. All the way around. You guys know me, I'm super shaky. If I can do it, you can do it. You already know. And if you want one of these pieces, you want me to do a piece for you on Thursday, you can go to the website. Like I say, the description's below. What's happening, son? Space Jam's in the house. You guys see Space Jam's in the chat. That's my son. Of course, he's Alante Vanderslice. He does all the music, beats. Go follow him. Go check out some of his music on YouTube too. He's on all, same thing, Spotify, Apple, YouTube, Amazon, a little bit of everything. Go check out his beats. He does a bunch of lo-fi stuff, a bunch of old school stuff, a little bit of everything. He's a very talented man. Plays the guitar, the keyboard, a little bit of everything. Coming around, cutting the borders. Definitely appreciate you guys supporting and watching. Please hit the like button. Like and subscribe. Much appreciated. And like I say, usually a razor blade, if you got a whole bunch, the newest one you got, I always tape it. I'll mark it with whatever color tape. My brother Cody in the house. Jeremy in the house. Brother Henry. Okay, so I'm going to come along that border. I'm a huge person, and all of you guys know we tape the border up right away. Especially with the kind of taping I be doing. Let me tell you, if you don't know, you got to think, if I didn't tape this and I ran all these lines up the edge, you would have to go back and cut every single line we're going to do. Instead, you can just think smart, save the time, tape up the border, and you can just run the tape off the edge. Just a whole pre-planned. Yeah, definitely go check out my son's music. Like I say, he's on YouTube. You know, anybody on here, man, let's support each other. If you got a YouTube channel, I know my brother James, Luis hit me up. I just have something going on. He wanted the Lowrider bikes, the Lowrider Bike Club to go take their bikes. I told him, man, all the bikes are torn apart. You know, if any of the mentors from the club want to go display the bikes and represent the Lowrider Bike Club, man, definitely that would be a blessing. But I know I'm not able to. I told Luis, I said, man, this weekend, I'm just going to use this weekend for an example. I got a quinceañera I promised to pastor 2 years ago. And then my youngest son is graduating from college with his degree to be a teacher at the same time Saturday. Plus the Peterson's Museum in Los Angeles, the big lowrider exhibit that's going to be out there. The picture that I have over there, I had free tickets for the grand opening, for the opening ceremony for Saturday, so I had to say no to that. Man, it's a lot going on. People trip out. I'm like, man, I can't make it to everything. And I don't even mean it in a rude way. It's like, man, it's can't be in two places at once. So, you know, I really thought about doing this here. And of course, like this. But man, we're going to have some open space here. I don't know how that's going to work out. Love you too, my brother Jeremy. And then, so of course, if we swoop through here, I mean, it would be cool for the 3D, but I kind of don't want it to take away from what I'm going to have going through the middle. So then I thought about, because of the empty spots that we might have at the end, to come over to do this, or even this one over here, and this one in the corner.
Hey Rob, what sealer do you use for the MDF?
So I do have a primer sealer that I sell. It's PX55. You can do it 4-to-1 if you want to use it for a primer. For the boards, we use it 4-to-1 to 1.5 reducer. And it works out cherry for the wood. Real good. I think I got pints, quarts. I think a pint is like 29 bucks. A quart's like 49 bucks. A gallon is like 150 or something like that. And like I say, the description to the website's at the bottom, everybody. Okay, so let me see here.
You have a couple people on Instagram that said what's up. They just
What
want to
up?
give you a shout out. Too bad you're not going to make it out to the Peterson. Would have been good to meet you in person. Super
No.
killer videos, brother. Congratulations to you and Geisha on the business venture.
What a blessing. I know you don't even know. I wish I could be out there to the Petersons. Definitely a blessing. And definitely want to give my brother a shout out. Firme streetwear. Man, definitely a blessing. Watch, go grab even go grab, it's hanging up. Watch, I want to show one of my brothers, and of course I guess Deja did get it working. I guess we're streaming on Instagram and Facebook too. This is my brother, Firme. This is one of his shirts. He sells a bunch of cool shirts. He's a veteran from Texas. Well, he's actually currently serving. And man, he always sponsored the Lowrider pattern class. Always sent us some merch to give out. Support my brother. Like I say, what a blessing. You can find him on Facebook. You can find him on Instagram. He sells shirts and a bunch of other things. So definitely hit him up. Way cool design, kind of sarape design. Definitely appreciate it. All right. So I think I'm gonna go with it up here, try to get it as lined as possible. And I'm gonna put the other one. I'm gonna put the other one down in the corner. Let me pull out. Go over it with my AAA card. You guys need a tow? Here's my number. No, just kidding. Yeah, but it would have been way cool to be out there in LA for the Petersons. Man, that's a blessing. You know, we've talked about it before. I was supposed to have the side of my car in there, and just so busy. I told Autumn, I said, man, I'm gonna have to decline. And she even tripped out. She goes, that's crazy. Nobody's really declined to be in the museum. I just said I didn't have time. And she ended up hitting me back, and she said, Rob, man, please, can you send some professional pics of at least the hood of your car and some of your other work? So Corey came out, took some pics, and so I guess she's putting I don't know what it is, 36 by something pic of my hood hanging up somewhere in there. Man, and everybody, let me tell you, so many people did some amazing work. Super amazing work. I mean, I've seen all kinds of amazing hoods. Okay, so we got that in the corner. Boom, boom, boom. And then, let's see. I know it is such an honor. My brother Hoser in the house. Same thing, man. I want to shout out my brother Hoser Hernandez. He's Santana Wheels. Lowrider bike parts. Lowrider bikes here in Albuquerque. Same thing. Support your smalls. Man, we could all use the support as much as possible. So definitely appreciate you guys. So, let me see here. So, what I'm going to use. I probably will, honestly. I mean, we could do all of this with masking tape, but probably end up doing the main swooshes with vinyl. And then everything else we're gonna do with masking tape. Let me kind of move this over here. Let me see here. Then same thing with this. I'm gonna stick this in the corner. We'll see how that works out.
Eddie from Denver said, "What's up, Rob? You remember me?"
Yeah, definitely. What's happening, my brother Eddie? Appreciate the love, the support, watching. That's on Instagram or what?
Yes. Yes, sir.
All right. Okay.
They're doing a Lowrider day in May in Colorado, New Mexico.
Is that Robert?
Yes. He's on Facebook, watching on Facebook. He's
Yeah, for sure.
Shout out. Okay.
Yeah, brother Roberto. Yeah, they are doing a Lowrider bike show. Let me see, May 18th in Antonio, Colorado. So if you're up in that area, go support. Definitely go support. Brother Jonathan J, I see on there too. What a blessing. So, like I say, we're going to be doing, here's the main theme of what we got going on. And you could do this with masking tape too. I'm going to do it kind of cartoonish, so it's going to be wide turns. I should have kind of broke what I meant down, which I probably will. Let me do the one swoosh and then I'll give a little breakdown. There's so many ways to do this. You always want to leave room. And I'm literally just going to swing it out.
I know Brother Tom asked, which platform do you prefer us to watch on? I know tonight's the first night that we're actually streaming on not only YouTube, but do you have a preference? However,
Honestly, YouTube. Honestly, YouTube would be better. Definitely appreciate it, and I can see it. I'm watching the screen for YouTube. I know Deja's got the Instagram and Facebook thing going. So, and of course, you kind of see what I have going on here. It'll make a lot more sense when I do it. So actually, yeah, let me finish doing just this main one. Like I say, I've been pretty hooked on using the 1/4 inch. And same with this. I could come from a point, come out, do this. You could come in with an 1/8 inch here instead of this. Of course, the 1/4 is a lot harder to turn versus the 1/8 inch. Turn it until you're happy with it. And like I say, we're doing it kind of cartoonish. Once I get this turned a little bit, I'll kind of come in and give a breakdown of what the couple different ways you could do this. And because of what we're doing, trying to just, you know what I would call it, lowrider.
Brother Dominic said, "What's up, everyone? Stopped in to say hi." And then Steph is asking, "Is that the orange tape, J tape?"
Yes, sir. It's the orange vinyl.
And where can you find that?
On the website for sure. The link is in the description below. If you're on Instagram, just literally so easy to find. Just Google Vanderslice Kustom, or just put in Vanderslice Kustom and it'll pop up. So this right here, like I said, this is really exaggerated. I'm not doing what I'm gonna do right here, but just to give you an example. So of course, back in the day, we would just do it straight. You would come down, I don't care how much exaggerated you wanted to do it. You would literally just come straight, and then of course swing out. And you would get both ends kind of pretty much similar. And like I say, I'm not sticking with this, so I'm just showing you. Same thing, I just come in. Same thing, you know, a lot of people do it. You just come in, you're going the same measurement. I mean, that's 1.5 inches, whatever you want to call it. And of course you could go fat, whatever you want to do. You know, swing it around, same thing. And you end up with that right there. And of course it could end up fatter. I could have moved it over, you know, to where it was about the same fat as this. That's one way of doing it. And of course you could have just done it straight, sharp. You know, we could have done straight down, kind of the Z pattern. You know, this is kind of a S pattern. But like I say, we're doing it kind of cartoonish, real exaggerated, kind of coming out. Brother Dominic. Definitely appreciate all of the people I had that came and helped with the Lowrider, the after school program. You know, had Brother Sean, Dominic, Fong. We had quite a few special guests come in. Definitely much appreciated. So, like I say, this is kind of what we're doing tonight. It's kind of one thing to see it on the paper. And you know me, usually I don't even draw it. We just come in, we just freestyle it, and we just go for it. But like I say, this is a commissioned piece for my brother Cordell. You know, he'd kind of give me a little bit of some ideas. And of course he said, do whatever I want. But, so, like I say, we are doing it up. And back to this, you could come up, do it a little bit tighter. So let's say same thing here. You know, if I wanted to make this a little bit sharper, and most of the time because we've already did these tight turns already, the tape is kind of already warped. And I definitely appreciate you guys sending your artwork still, everything you guys are working on. Super good job. And see, like even right there, it's kind of warped. So most of the time you have to kind of start over with the new piece. And of course, if you have to make it happen, make it happen. If it's 2 in the morning and you're out of tape, shoo, man, go to sleep. First of all, quit working at 2 in the morning. No, just kidding. I know.
We don't deliver at 2 a.m.
Yeah, we don't deliver at 2 a.m.
But at 2:30.
Yeah, 2:30. So I'm going to come in, make that a little bit more. Shoot, and we're still, like I say, trying to keep it kind of cartoonish. To where it's exaggerated. I guess you could call it. You know what I mean? I'm liking that right there. Definitely want to give a tons of masking tape last weekend. He said taped a pattern, came back later, and it was peeled off. And that happens, and back to that, that'll happen, Cordell, even with the vinyl. A lot of people complain about vinyl. And I always tell people, man, if you can't be stretching it either too much. And if you're having issues, especially if it's really hot summer or cold winter, I break out the heat gun, and I'll literally get the heat gun. I'll come back to that. I'll come with the heat gun. I will go along it. That vinyl will be on there forever. I mean, you can keep it on there forever. Like I told you guys, I had tape on a car for 3 years. You know, blue vinyl. And it came off cherry. It'd be like almost like a wrap. I mean, it's, you know, it's vinyl. Masking tape is a different story. So, and back to this, we could come to a point, or we could keep it about the 1/2 inch length. And even in my drawing, I kind of kept it about the half inch. Brother Adam in the house. Yeah, 2 in the morning, Dominic said, is the best time. Yeah, nobody bothering you. Yeah, people don't understand. Some people, man, a lot of places, man, especially when you're like the one running it, it's hard, man. By the time you talk to people all day, give estimates, you got your chitter chatters that come. And then 5 o'clock, it's like the normal person should be heading home. But when you own the shop, man, that's usually the time to get to work. But man, just gotta tell people, no, I can't have you hanging out either. Brother Dominic said, what's up, Deja?
Hello, hope you're doing well.
So, usually, hey Rudy, go grab me another orange 1/4 inch. Green? Yep. I'm gonna park this one right here for a minute. Same thing, my brother Dominic, he's got a TikTok page as well, man. He does some amazing custom work too here in Albuquerque. If you guys don't know, he's the one that was on Adam. Adam had him on as a special guest 2 weeks ago. He does pretty much same thing, kind of random times. He just kind of shows what he does in his everyday life around the shop, which actually, man, people really love that. You know, when it's really raw and you're being honest with people, and you know, it's like, hey, this is what we got going on. And Dom's like me, we don't got a bunch of fancy equipment. We make it happen with the bare minimum. And you know, some people will knock that. It's like, you know, why aren't you using this fancy this and a fancy this? And it's like, man, we make it happen with the bare minimum. And, you know, we're really here to try to encourage you guys that are just getting started. You know, you don't need all this fancy stuff. If you won the lottery and you have like $10 million, man, more power to you. Go buy all that fancy stuff. You know what I mean? But, man, let me see here too. My brother Randy Brooks. DD Golden Ram 7th annual. Yeah, definitely my brother, same thing. My brother JJ Jaramillo, he still is and what is it, the 7th annual yeah, 7th annual DD's the DD Ram car show, you know, to honor his mom out there in Aztec in August. That's always in August. But yeah, back to making it happen with the bare minimum. You know what I mean? We, like even the pattern classes, I mean the after school program, man, one of the compressors gave out. And of course, it was Boxer's compressor. That thing was already old. It had already served its life, but man, it started knocking. You got to think 10 people using it, and it just draining. So now what I'm doing, I'm setting aside this one. So I can get this line here. And that way I can do the inner turn right here for this one. Same thing, you can do it tight, depending on how tight you want the gap here. I could have swung it out some more, but like kind of what I drew in the picture, I'm trying to keep it close. And then same thing. I'm gonna kind of swing it, kind of cartoonish, swing it out, and I'm gonna leave it there now, because I'm gonna come here. That way I can get this shape back towards about a 1/2 inch. You know, my usual, you know, we all kind of have a usual spacing that we kind of stick to mentally, that we've kind of stuck to for years. You know, just like back to old pinstripe. There'd always be an 1/8. There'd be an 1/8 or a 1/16 inch against a 1/4 inch. You know, it's just kind of the standard. And, you know, with us, we kind of get in our head kind of some usual taping that we do, and we kind of stick with that. So same thing, I'm going to come across here till I get exactly what I want. And of course in the picture I got it swinging out quite a bit more and then a sharp turn. So I'm going to try to kind of do that. We'll see, because I still want it to be slightly about the same spacing. I think I will stick with that. And then same thing down here. But definitely it's all about supporting each other. You know, like I tell everybody, man, it's a lot of stuff going on. A lot of people, way cool. Ian, I hope I'm not messing up your name,
Ian.
but, oh, Ian, I'm sorry. They made me create a YouTube account just for your streams and chats. I appreciate that, my brother. Definitely, thanks for the love, man. Definitely hit the like button, the subscribe button. I know I'm at 9,700 and 900, or 9,700, I mean, yeah, 9,700, 7,900. Definitely want to try to make it to the 10,000 within the next month and a half. That would be a blessing. Yeah, tonight, Rudy said.
Rudy says he'll pay everybody a penny if we can get to that 10 tonight.
So I'm gonna swing out. Speaking of that, let's do a giveaway. Let's do So yeah, we're gonna do. So what are we gonna do?
You can just do one big one and I'll mark them.
Okay. I know that'll be a hard one though. Yeah.
There's not.
You'll be telling, nope, that number's already taken. That one's already taken.
First come, first serve, buddy.
Yeah. Okay. So here we go. We're gonna give away Vanderslice t-shirt. Let's do one. Since we're got on Facebook, Instagram, I know it's gonna be hard for you guys to tell. 1 to 200. We're gonna give away a shirt and
You can only pick one number. If your number's already been picked, Daisha will let you know, or Rudy will let you know.
yeah, it's gonna be hard because we're picking between 3 different. Once I get these main designs done, we're gonna start just building out from that point. There we go. Hey, you know what, Rudy? Will you go grab the heat gun? I think it is in the garage. In the garage by the kind of by the plug. So actually, let me do. Okay, so now we can come back with this one, which I'm gonna come back, I'm gonna change it a little bit. So I say it's smart to kind of do this one. You can stop there, then you can come in with this one. That way you can get the spacing here, bring it around, leave it there. Then you can come in with this one here, so you can get this turn here. It just makes it a lot easier. And of course, because we're doing kind of the cartoonish style, you know, it's not really the usual. You can just plug it in over here. Hopefully it don't blow the circuit. That fell out. Not yet. Until you're happy with it, especially this more cartoon style, you want to get your turns at the end kind of uniform. I think one of the first cars I patterned, well, it would have probably been like the 4th or 5th. I had this style patterns on it. It was a Firebird with 13s. It would have been about, I don't know what year that is, but the Firebird, what is it, Night Rider, same shape, but with ground effects, 13s on it. I remember I did it purple, magenta. That's before I even knew how to shoot a candy. I shot it up really nice pink, kind of magenta metallic that looked like a candy, and then I shot magenta flake over it. And then I did all the patterns. I think the patterns actually shot in candy. I think I did kind of a purplish. Okay. So where is that? Okay. So just wanted to show you guys too, like, so I'll get the heat gun for you guys that have issues with the vinyl. Come back in, go over it. I mean, you don't want to get it ridiculously hot, but come back in. I'll go over it. I mean, and you can even come back in. I'm telling you, once you lock it down with the heat gun, it is not going anywhere. And of course, your best thing is not to stretch it either. Thank you, Brother Rudy. Careful. It's hot. So now I'm going to come in, depending on what I want to go over and under, which I probably will. I'm going to, right here, back to that, don't cut too deep. That's the thing too, when you stretch the tape a whole bunch, which I probably did, it will open up, it will stretch and pull. So I always try to cut towards the other opposite end. And if you cut deep, it will literally open up a little mouth in those areas. It'll be a micro mouth, but you will get a little leak through and you'll have to go back and clean it up. You know what I mean, with the razor blade. But then this one, back to this, I mean, the easy way would be to cut the top and just pluck it to where I don't have to be dealing with all that. If I cut it there, later I'm going to have to go back, recut it to do the black shading. But I am going to do it just for looks, so it looks a lot better. So I'm going to literally cut right here. You want to go right up against the edge and back to that. I'm super shaky. If I can do it, you can do it. Boom. Okay, that's kind of our main theme. Now we're going to start building out. And of course, you know, I'm gonna look here. Got a couple of slightly crooked lines that I personally don't like. We could have went back to that. I mean, the ideal thing would be we could have went to a point, which would have been way cool. But depending on what I'm gonna do, like in this, I like to keep it open right there and just where it's going off the edge. Yep, there you go, my brother David. So like I said, we're gonna be building out. And like I said, kind of hope that it works the way I wanted to here. And which, you know, kind of where we can get the 3 shade in there to kind of add some detail to it. And so I'm gonna come in. So we will go in now with we'll go with the green first. And with this, I am gonna go with some 1/8" 3M. All of this I have on the website. Masking tape, the vinyl. In the 3M, I got the 1/8". I got 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch, 3/4 inch. I'm still the green. I'm not really into the yellow. I get it when you're on a budget. And of course, like we always talk about here, every tape has its purpose. I mean, if you're doing some quick patterns, like say tonight even, that work out cherry. I mean, you're keeping the tape on there for literally a day. I mean, that's cherry. But I gotta say, like, let's say this green 3/4 inch, man, if you're painting a car, we've talked about it. If you're just doing a quickie on a car and you're not taking all the moldings off and you still gotta do some wet sanding to protect the chrome, man, you throw this green on there and you can wet sand and you'll still be able to take the tape off, you know, a couple days later, even more than that. You do the yellow or anything else, man, you'll be cleaning up glue for days. You let the sun even hit it for a minute.
And then we have a question. Is it possible to order some candy pink in a 4-ounce bottle?
For sure, my brother Johnny. And if anybody, same thing, anybody, I know I don't have like the 8-ounce. If you want a 4-ounce concentrate, you want a 4-ounce bottle, you want a 4-ounce, whatever, of any of the colors that are on the website, hit me up and I will make those for you. I can't do every single color, but most of them I can. So in a 4-ounce, same thing, an 8-ounce. I know I have the big bottles, the Vivid Dye. And of course, those are like 2 bottles of the House of Colors or anything else. And they're 150, and if it's red, it's 160. But they're literally super concentrated. And of course, that ends up about 2.5 bottles. I mean, 2.5 8-ounce, you know, kind of in equaling out. But my number, Deja's number is in the description too. Same thing. You need anything special, hit me up. So I'm going to swing around so I can get that swing the way I want it. One of these next couple weeks too, Deja's going to be doing some taping and painting. Yeah, I'm sure. Who wants to see Deja tape and paint?
It's okay, my feelings will not be hurt. You can all say no. I'll pull the tape. I'm a professional at that.
She'll be doing some sarape style.
All right, here's the bet. I'll do some taping and painting, and Rob's gonna take care of the IT for me.
Yeah, there you go.
We might not have a YouTube that night.
We might not have YouTube that night.
We had it before you.
So I'm coming down with the green, and we're going to do the same thing up here, and we're going to work our way out. Like I say, this will end up a really nice color combo, really nice color breakup. And it's just something else to add to your toolbox. you know, as far as kind of this wild style, kind of pattern swoosh through. And usually I would swing around, meet here and then swing there, but that is not the plan. So I'm trying to get it to kind of line up to where it meets with it looking good on the swing.
Yeah, my style would definitely be a wild style. Could be funny. Should have laughed.
What's happening, Dad? I think that should work there. Kind of wanted that a little bit more spaced out, but we're gonna go with it. I'm going about 1/8 of an inch away from this. Definitely appreciate you guys supporting. Please hit the like and subscribe button. And if you guys are on Instagram or Facebook, definitely would be a blessing for you to come onto the onto the YouTube. No, I don't use Instagram that much. I need to start using it more.
Brother Dio is asking if you can stop by your place on Monday to pick up some silver base and primer.
For sure, Dio. That would be a blessing, brother. And eventually, Dio, man, we are going to be trying to make it out that way. I mean, real soon here. You know, I'm trying to, and even with your help, if you know, same thing. Got quite a few people up there. Kind of let us know what shops are up in Espanola, Chimayo, same thing. I mean, even like Vegas, New Mexico, to kind of stop by, show people the products that we got. We just have had so much going on. So same thing, swinging that around, trying to kind of do the same thing here. I'm going to swing that one more time. Okay. Brother Brock. Okay, so same thing. I'm going to be swinging this one around here. This one I'll keep about almost a 1/2 inch. This is back to something simple you guys can do. Come up with the theme. You got your theme, and of course, you know, we're doing the Bel Air, kind of your theme. This is just lowrider art, kind of wild style, just nothing really uniform. We're really going to be just breaking up colors here, building out, coming from this and building out, and see what you can do with the colors as far as getting all the shades with just a few colors. We're going to be using teal, and all this is the X Prime, the Vivid, from the silver to the clear to the primer sealer to the candy to the white to the black, everything. So now I'm gonna come in. I'm gonna come in with a 1/2 inch J tape. Let me grab a roll real quick though. Got these two 1/2 inch J tape, masking tape. Each one comes with 2 rolls are cut, split in half. Get those on the website too. You guys know me, I like to break it up. 3M J tape, tan, green, tan, green, tan, green. Just to make it look cool in the process. I know a lot of painters all over the north for sure, my brother Dio. That would be a blessing. Like I say, that way we could possibly do like once every 2 weeks. Make a trip. So back to this. I'm gonna swing around. With this 1/2 inch. The object here, you see the wrinkles here, none of those matter because we're spraying this side. None of those matter. You want to just try to get it lined up really good in those areas. I'm going to be swinging this around. And of course, even, you know, even this, most of the time, you can get it to turn pretty good to a certain extent for all your 3 shades. Mainly when you're doing these turns, you want to focus on that outside. Now we're still continuing to add everybody's artwork to the channel. Please continue to send the phone number. The phone number is in the description on the YouTube link. Or YouTube description here to send pics. Oh, let me show you. Let me see, Maria. Okay, clarify your question. Is there going to be a cruise for the Lowrider show here in Albuquerque? After the cruise and after cruise? If that is the question, let me tell you, the cruise here after the Lowrider show on June 2nd, man, bumper to bumper, old school. It's always in one of the neighborhoods. Bumper to bumper traffic. We're talking like old school. It is, I mean, just last year was probably one of the coolest things ever. I mean, it was just, like I say, bumper to bumper, like old school.
Someone asked, how much would you do a roof piece for?
So another one kind of like the hood,
Yes.
the hood series.
Yep, this is an Instagram question.
So I would definitely do one of those on the Thursday Night Live. $350 to do to do one of the 12 by 32 inch boards that are kind of like the hood style, roof style. And there's a link there on the website. If you're local, you can just let me know. If you are out of town, out of state, you can go to the website. And it's $350, of course, plus tax and then shipping. And I'll do kind of what you want. I mean, not a whole bunch of freedom, what colors you want. If you wanted to say something. I know my brother Vince, Cars and More up in Washington. I'm going to be doing one for his shop with his logo. I always appreciate him supporting all the time. Quite a few of you guys. My brother Cordell too. My brother Steve. Quite a few people. So now, outlined it with the first ½ inch. I'm going to come back in. Same thing, 1 millimeter apart. I mean, overlapping with the 3M green. This will be a really nice breakup to break it up. Same thing, just 1 millimeter away. And with this one even, you could kind of swing it in, which I probably will. I'll swing it in like that. So it'll kind of be a really nice point right there. Same thing here. I'll start here. I'll kind of slowly swing it out. And of course, it disappears there to where you can't even see it. Like I say, this is pretty easy. It's just back to the theme. And then working your way out. And really trying to focus on your color combos. How they're gonna accent. Kind of to where you get that really nice breakup. And of course, we'll see it when it's done. But you know what, the 3 shade, 3 fade, when you always add that in, it always kind of pops. And this one, we'll just continue it all the way instead of chopping it down. My brother John, I know you should have went to sleep earlier, my brother. I know you've had 2 jobs plus doing this on the side. Thank you, Lisa. Man, definitely awesome work too, Lisa. Man, I'm glad you finally finished your board. What a blessing. We'll be posting that to the website.
Whoop, whoop.
Yeah. Proud of you. Lisa on here, she's from Lawrence, Kansas. She's always a huge supporter. She took the class in Kansas last year. Definitely a blessing. She also helps out with the Lowrider Bike Club after school program. My brother Eric in Olathe, Kansas on Monday. Definitely a blessing. My brother Eli in the house. Little Jewel, good night. I'm not long for it either. Been up since 4 a.m. Woo! Crazy.
Been up since 2:30.
Rudy's been up since 2:30. So now I'm going to come back. I'm going to come back with the final, not the final, but you know, the final of the final of the finals of this final. Boom, boom, boom. So we're going to be giving away Vanderslice shirt. We'll be doing a purple. And you, of course, you can pick any color. But it is number 40. Whoever chose 40.
That is Brother Alejandro Garcia.
Brother Alejandro Garcia. That's funny. We just sent out a package for him yesterday. Why couldn't you have won like 2 days ago, bro? No, just kidding. So now I'm coming in. You know me with the 3 shade. We're doing 2 1/2 inch. Coming in. Coming in with the 1/4 inch. One millimeter overlapping. If anybody else has got any events too they'd like to share that they want me to shout out, let me know. There's so many events going on. Linda, oh man, like that purple shirt. Yep, congrats. I know we still, Linda, definitely have to get you and Larry some shirts for sure. How about Linda? Has Larry got done any taping or anything? Boom, same thing, 1/4 inch, nice little outline. I could pick up my banner when I pick up the primer and base on Monday. Yes, for sure, my brother. No, we haven't sent it. Definitely sorry about that.
Where Greg put his banner.
I know, brother Greg. Is Greg on here?
Yeah, he said second in meeting, he's gonna be on soon.
That's funny. Yeah, brother Greg, of course. We'll wait till he comes on. It's funny. He's from Vancouver, Canada. Of course, it's up there. I guess it would be like Washington border right there. He won the banner like 3 weeks ago. And he stuck it on the headboard right behind his bed. It's kind of a joke. His wife was like, yeah, right. But man, continue. You guys, please, if you guys would, if you're on Facebook, please go join. It's public. It's not a private group. The Vanderslice Custom Shop family. Please share what you're working on. Share what you're working on. Much appreciated. We appreciate your support. So now, we got the 3 shade in there. I'm going to do one little breakup. And I'm going to come in with, just to kind of break it up, I'll come in with orange vinyl. In fact, no, I'm going to keep it 1/4 inch away. This is really up to you. If you wanted to go kind of a 1/16 inch away. Same thing. Come along with this. Is he over there chewing on the tape? Yeah, check out. Here's my dog. Look, he be getting the tape, man, and he's a tape connoisseur. Let me tell you, huh, Cisco? Huh, buddy? He's like, man, I took his tape. He's breaking it down over here, chewing on the. Anyway. let's see, I know, couple-hour drive from the city. We had a grand finale show in Yuma in December. Yeah, he's helping out all right, Lisa. That's funny. So back to this. I'm going to swing this out. Hit the like and subscribe button. Definitely appreciate you guys. Man, I forgot I kind of wanted to do.
Brother Eric said, thank you for letting me be a part of the pattern class this week.
Yeah, buddy.
On Instagram today.
Got you. Yeah, definitely appreciate it, Eric. Yeah, we had, like I say, I wish we were able to share. Wish we were able to share. We can't really. Any picks? Can't side swoop them in like you did earlier.
Because you started with that first. No, I can't on here for
You can?
Instagram and stuff. But I mean, next week we for sure can show some pictures there.
Got you. That'd be cool to, for you guys to see some of what, you know, the lowrider pattern. I mean the Duke City lowrider bike mentorship program. Man, we had to do 20-some bikes. Well, almost 20-some bikes. Pattern them out and everything Tuesday. So I called in the reinforcements for mentors. Definitely had a blessing. Okay. Dude, let's see, so. Man, this was supposed to actually be one pattern here.
Start over.
Oh, it's a good old thing right there. Boom, boom, boom. That would be crazy. We'll stick with that right there. So same thing up here. Outline it with the 1/8 inch. Boom. Cut this right here. And then, let me see. Man, definitely thank you, my brother Steph. Appreciate that, my brother. Okay. Probably will go back in. I'm gonna go back in with some of that 2mm. If I can find the beginning. Okay, we'll come back and just right through the middle here. I think I'm gonna swing right through the middle. Usually I'd outline it right here. I think I'm gonna go right through the middle, and then we'll see what we end up doing with that, if we can kind of bevel it. Through the middle, kind of try to swing it through the middle there. Man, definitely thank you, Brother Jerry. Definitely appreciate it, my brother. Same thing, I'm gonna cut right here real quick. Cut here, flip this out. I'm gonna come in and do the same thing right through this other one. I know we're gonna be out and about tomorrow. If anybody local here in Albuquerque needs some materials, let me know, hit me up, and we'll swing by your place. Gonna be trying to do that at least once a week for those that just can't get out.
You out in style again?
No, not out in style. Man, last week we went out, let me tell you.
Tell them to fix the car.
No, yeah. So last week we went out in the Cadillac. We loaded up the Cadillac with all kinds of clear and everything. Went out. Right when I left the house, I'm like, the brakes almost went to the floor. I'm like, I pumped them. I'm like, okay, we're good. We started going a little bit more down the road. Man, the first stop sign was like, holy moly, this is crazy. I'm like, man, we had it all loaded up. The daredevil I am, I'm like, we can do it. So we went all over the place. Me having to pump the brakes.
Real good seatbelt.
With no seat belts, because the Cadillac has all the crazy,
No seats.
yeah, crazy seats in it. So I'm having to pump the brakes. Then of course it's like daydreaming, and next thing you know, there's a red light, you know what I mean? And you got to kind of pump the brakes. It's a little crazy, you know what I mean? And then the radiator hose, the top radiator hose busted. Man, in my Cadillac, she's got me so many places, let me tell you. But Deja, she ended up changing the top radiator hose. Give her a hand clap. We were stuck at Napa for a minute. And thank God it was just that. I know I just replaced the radiator. The hose, I mean, that car's super good. So, so now, man, this is something too, man. I feel like going back, but just for time-wise, man, the picture I drew, this right here is supposed to be another pattern right here. And I did the 3 shade, 3 fade there. Instead, that was supposed to go in here. But I'm gonna just stick with it. It's gonna work out. Just Brother Greg in the house. Brother Tunes in the house. Kevin K, Lowrider Addiction, just got off work, checking in. Nice tape lines, appreciate it, my brother. So, we're gonna do a couple more little tape shades. Enough of that right there. If I can, of course, find the green tape. That's right there. Just to give us a little breakup. So same thing. Boom. Simple. One on the edge. Boom. And I'm pretty blessed too. My youngest son is graduating Saturday. College, he got his degree to teach. He's gonna be teaching middle school teacher, which is super blessing. I know there's a lot of people graduating, of course. Super proud of him. Okay. I'm gonna come in and cut right here. We got a little bit more, and then we'll figure out what we're doing paint-wise here, and we'll get going spraying. This is gonna look way cool. It'll come to life. Same thing. Come back in. J-tape. 1/2 inch. Definitely appreciate you guys. Appreciate that deal. Appreciate it, Hoser. So same thing, I'm gonna just kind of come to a point there. Man, Brother DO2, resend the artwork you've been working on too, brother, so we can add it to the website.
Linda and Larry placed an order for some shirts.
Awesome, appreciate it. Thank you guys so much. Same thing, anybody on here whatever you're working on, my phone number and Deja's phone number is in the description. Send what you're working on. We're slowly working on getting it all posted on the website. She's trying to at least do a little bit every week.
You guys send them to me directly. I will definitely get them up a little bit quicker. Sometimes it's hard to get a hold of Rob's phone, but we are getting them up there for sure.
My brother Ted said, I was at the grocery store, found something I needed, boom, boom, boom. I cracked up. Thanks, Rob. That's funny. Appreciate it, my brother Tunes, and definitely my brother Ted. I know, appreciate you. I know, wanted to come out and do one of the one-on-ones. And you said you had a extra tank. Definitely a blessing. So coming back just with the 1/4 inch, real quick here. Overlapping, and then I'm gonna literally just bring it in back to a point there. Same thing here. Swoop it out here. We are definitely considering doing a pattern class here. Hey, my brother Aaron. We're definitely considering doing a pattern class. Me and Blast, the end of September or middle of, this is gonna die, or middle of October. I know I said I wasn't gonna do any this year. I'm still really thinking about it. Last time we had a bunch of amazing people. I mean, quite a few on here. People flying from New York, from Illinois, Kansas, all over the place.
When doing the base on the MDF, do you do anything special beforehand, or is the board already smooth enough?
No, so if you are, the question was the MDF boards. Of course, what do we do kind of to get those ready? I mean, honestly, we will DA those down with 220. You could even just use 320. Bevel the edges just a little bit, the corners, blow them up, and they're ready to shoot with primer sealer. Literally reduce your primer out, shoot a couple coats of sealer over the MDF, and you can instantly start going over it with your silver base coat. Man, it sticks every time. I've been using the MDF boards for, man, almost 20, probably like 28 years now. Man, always works out great. They're perfect for doing the artwork. You know, any other wood, you kind of got to primer it, sand it, whole bunch of work to it. The only thing is, don't be touching it with no water. You know, just like the skateboards. You know, a lot of people will wet sand the skateboards. You know, a lot of people will wet sand the skateboards. They'll wet sand the skateboards, and when they're wet sanding them, water gets in these, and you'll see cracks. People just don't realize it. You know what I mean? It's like, man, the water soaks in, and it splits the wood. You know, you can't be wet sanding the skateboards. And if you do, you better be plugging up the little holes. You better be drying it up real quick. Same with the MDF, it'll wrinkle up, you know what I mean? I mean, it'll warp the wood. Got finished my first Lowrider freestyle to new cover painting for the El Camino. Please, yes, brother Kevin. Okay, so now I kind of didn't end up with the room I wanted in a few places here, which is kind of sad. But I did hear a little bit, so we'll do what we can with the space. So I'm gonna come back just right in this area. It's the only thing you never know when you draw it out, to try to proportion everything to fit everything you have drawn out. Sometimes it just don't happen. Still don't like the way that turned. In fact, I'm gonna start over on that one. Let's do we'll do another giveaway, another Vanderslice shirt. Let's pick a number between 1 and 200. I'm shaky. If I can do it, you can do it.
Rock's gonna pick a different number.
Huh?
They came after his number 59. That's funny.
It's a good one. I don't know. Boom. I said I wanted a little bit of room. You know, my picture here, a little bit of room to do this, and I wanted a little bit of room to do it up here. Nah, it's gonna have to be a mini one. Huh? I'm gonna do a mini one. Same thing. You guys have some issues. The vinyl sticking. You can always come back. Hit it with the heat gun. Some of those tight turns. Boom. Okay. They say we're going to be shooting teal. We're going to be shooting teal, and I Kind of mixed up a little bit of oriental blue, a little bit of organic green. All this is in the paint that I have for offer. All the colors are on the website too. If I shoot the blue and the green, it might just be to be tweaking the teal a little bit more to the green side and vice versa. And of course I'm going to be shooting some white. I'm trying to think if I want to mask up. This is kind of where you start determining what you're going to do. Hit that like button, yes. Who you calling fat? That's funny. That's funny. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's see here. Trying to think if I want to mask any of this as up. See here. Brother Adam in the house. My brother from Time Warp. Appreciate you, my brother. Did you finish early tonight? So we are going to be shooting. I'm going to come back in. I'm going to mask this up. Like I say, we are literally going to shoot a little white in a few of those spots to kind of get us that little hologram effect, kind of popping. And I'm trying to determine if I want to tape this. I'm going to try to do some of this bevel. Of course, it'll still have the silver in it, but we're going to try to come in with a little bit of shading wherever we want the light. So maybe white here, it'll be black here, it'll be white on this side, and it'll be black right here. So, like I say, depending on what we end up doing, which I could almost shoot that part first, and then we could move on and I could candy over it, or we could do that after. So, let's see, you know, the finger tapping. Boom, boom, boom. Now we went out, I got black all in the, we went out doing graffiti last night, me and Blast. That tip was not having it. Okay, so I'm going to come in, we'll come in, hey Rudy, grab me one of the orange low-tech. Yeah, yep. And depending on where you want the light coming, which I think, yeah, open that bad boy. Same thing, got some of this on the website, the low tack, really good for some quick taping. If you have some areas you don't want the tape super sticky in some of those areas, you want some of that low tack. So I'm going to come in, and of course, on some of those tight turns, you could go in, you could cut it, or you could go back in. With some 1/2 inch, just to kind of help you on some of those little areas. Kind of go in here. Same thing over here. I'm just going to mask it up right away. Like I said, I'm going to shoot white on that side. We're going to have the light coming from that angle. I'm going to shoot white right here. It'll be black on the inside. I'm going to shoot white on this side. And personally, I wish we could kind of crisscross through to kind of do that, but that will not work. So I'm just going to have to do a piece at a time. So pick that up right there. Boom, boom, boom.
Hey Rob, what brand is the low tack tape that you use?
J tape. It's out of England. In fact, with this one, I'm gonna literally just go there. I'm gonna kind of buzz around just right here because we're just gonna kind of shoot it low pressure, nothing crazy, but I do want to protect this little area here. And in all reality, while we're at it, I might as well take this up and I'll do the black on this side while we're doing the white. We're not taping 4 times. So same thing there, gonna come around here. Same thing. Just to mask this up real quick. Then even got the, I don't have that. Grab me right now. Got some of the 1" too for the little bit tighter spots. Kind of hard to do some of those little turns. Boom. Okay, so like I say, I'm gonna come in, I'm just gonna shoot a little white to about there, and then shoot black here. And it's gonna be the opposite. It'll be black inside. We untape that and it'll be white on this side. I'm just literally gonna come about to right there. And some of the black, same thing here. Boom. Honestly, should have taped right there. That'll be a little leaker right there. Coming back with the white right there. You open it up a little more. Look at him, nice. Hey man, definitely a blessing, my brother. Brother Eldon. So all of that to just spray those little areas. Sometimes you got to do what you got to do for those little extras. Boom. And of course, break out the tack rag. Low and slow. My brother Lolo. So now I'm going to come back. We're going to protect what we just did. We're going to come and do white there, black here. And of course you could do this over the top too. And I could have done it over the top, but because I put this 2mm, you know, we're kind of just doing a little bit something different. It'll still be the silver through the middle, unless I decide to take that off and candy over it, which we could. And we could have shot this teal, and I could have went back in like we did on a few of those pieces, and we could have just shot it with a little bit of the actual teal to darken it up, you know, on the inside instead of the black. And then same thing, could have shot a little bit of white on it and then candied over it just to kind of have it kind of pop up. So same thing now. I'm gonna have to come back. It's a lot of little extra work, but in the long run, it's way cool. Anything bevel takes a lot of time. I know my first time doing a set of flames and did the beveled flames, man, we're talking so much work. We're talking from a easy flame job. And you know, we've talked about that too, where, you know, you could tape up the flames, you could just shoot without masking, you could just shoot right along the fine line. That's an easy way of doing it. Or you could tape them up, shoot around it, just one side. I mean, you could pearl them, candy them, whatever. And of course, then you got where you tape up the flames and you, let's say you're shooting and it's not even, depending on, because I'm not a pinstriper, not a hand pinstriper. Let's say you're shooting flames. Like say this is the flame here. You could go in and shoot, if you want your pinstripe to be white, blue, all this is masked up, you just shoot. Let that dry a minute, come back in. This is just another tip, which we will have to be doing some flames. Come back in, pretend this is sprayed blue in here or white. You can come back in. Come back in with your 1/8 or 1/4 mask to protect that blue or white. And then you come in and spray your flame color. You take it off and you got a perfect pinstripe around the flames. That's one way of doing it. When you're not a pinstriper. And of course, like I say, ghost flames, you can just tape it up. Shoot one color. But back to the whole bevel thing. Man, that one I did bevel, whew, it triples the work. I mean, literally triples it. Thank you, my brother Adam. Appreciate you, my brother. Everybody on here knows who you are, that's for sure. We definitely appreciate it. Definitely, if Ashley's there too, definitely tell her hi. We appreciate you guys. All you guys know Adam, Time Warp. Definitely a blessing. He's the one who inspired me to be doing the lives. And really to really promote yourself. And you got to think it's really us just kind of trying to teach you guys, show you guys what we know. Hoping that we inspire you guys. And even me breaking down. Man, I'm trying to think where I got that. You know, I kind of broke down a little bit. Even with Adam. How I even met him when he first started the Lime Line. He had posted, all he was selling at that time was just the tape. And I always hit up everybody when it's new product, especially back then. I'm like, hey, I'm so-and-so. I would love to try your tape or try whatever you got going on. And most people will send you a sample to try. And of course, Adam sent me a, back then, like I told you guys, man, he literally, his first set of tape, he took the time to do a literally like a black, and I do have it in there, I'll have to go find it, but literally, so you see the tape is like on this, literally a black cardboard. He had cut out a stencil for each one, shot silver kind of over the black with the basic tape out on each cardboard backing. And of course he put his tape on it, and he had sent that out to me, and you know, and like even it was wrapped in a fancy cardboard, like a paper cover. And you got to think, and that's how he started. And look at all what he has going on now, from paint to just about everything you can think of, the name that he's built by pouring into it. And when he came out here, he had hit me up and wanted to send some stuff for our class 3 years ago here in Albuquerque. And then he just hit me up and he's like, hey Rob, I'm just gonna head out that way. So I got to meet him in person, and you know, we've been friends ever since. Definitely appreciate him. You know, he kind of helped me too. Same thing, that very first video that's got a bunch of likes. I literally drove out to Salt Lake City, stayed in his garage, and he helped me do that first video. And you know, just, you know, it's back to that. His gift is literally, I mean, just sharing his talents and even just marketing yourself. And he is definitely not a hater, let me tell you. Always gives everybody love. No drama. So I'd put the white up there. So I'm going to come back. And of course you could do this with an airbrush. You could do it. You guys know me. I usually just use a touch-up gun for everything. So I'm going to come back. Same thing. I'm going to shoot black right around the turn. Same thing over here. So now, I know we were trying to find, they're trying to find that sleeve from Adam. I'm gonna come with the white right here. Just about right there. I'm gonna put just a little bit more black. Same thing, all of that, just to spray that. That's that. Boom, boom, boom. It's kind of got the black and then the black on this side. So now I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna shoot white in a few places, and then we're gonna come back in with the teal. Deja had made this cool color today earlier. It's kind of a mint color. A little white with some blue and green in it, toner. That's kind of what I'm using. It's hard to tell. I'm coming in just in some strategic little spots. Same thing over here. This is really just to kill the flake in those areas. That's all we're trying to do. And same thing, I am going to just shoot a little bit right through there. Those will be kind of the hologram areas. And I am going to shoot just a little bit around the border here. Kind of pop, have it pop a little bit. A little bit there. That is there. God bless you. Hit this a little bit. Boom. Okay. Okay, then we could either untape that first. We could end up doing something in here, here. All right. So right now, the white one I'm just spraying, I don't even know where I got this one. It's just a generic, touch-up gun. Now some of the other guns, these ones were gifted to me by who I'm actually doing this commission piece for. This is a touch-up gun. It's an Astro, really nice. I think same thing, Astro. My brother Cordell bought them for me. And then of course, you know my go-to that I always be using. My Matco, somebody blessed me with this like 12 years ago. Nothing fancy. I know stencil time I was, man, I took all the leftover ones there at the bike club. We didn't bring them home. So but I just went to go look for, but couldn't find them. We're gonna do a little marble. It won't show up until we this will be kind of the hologram. I know you probably don't see it. I do, but I'm just literally using a Walmart bag. Okay, so you set up that fan, Rudy. Okay. Tack rag it. In all reality, everywhere I sprayed white, I could untape that. I'm going to go over it with 2 coats. We're still going to spray a few more, of course. Now I'm going to come back. Hey, yeah, did we get the winner for the...
Yes.
You guys already call it? Okay, so we're going to announce the winner. Sorry.
It was number 15 and Luis.
Number 15, and it's Luis
You had number 14.
that won. He had 14. Brother Luis. And there's definitely somebody on here that won some Flake
What did I say? Colton was his name?
4 weeks ago, but we do not have your info to send it to you. Like I said, my phone number, Deja's phone number is in the description. And you can text your info. Hey, Brother Lloyd, I really appreciate that, brother. So now, go ahead.
Do you plan all these colors out beforehand, or do you just wing it?
Some of them I wing. You see when we be playing with the colors. But this one is a commission piece. So these colors were chosen. And of course, I mean, we'll still kind of mess with them. He wanted teal. And of course, some of these whites are gonna glow. This will definitely be a cool one tonight. Once we turn the lights off, kind of get the light going. So now back to this. You wanna make sure all my 3 shade. 1, 2, got the 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And now it is back going over it again. We're gonna double up on the color. So all of this will turn twice as dark. The next one I'm spraying will be this shade.
And then I know somebody asked earlier, do you always draw out what you're gonna do, or do you same thing wing lap too?
So I usually never draw out what I'm gonna do. Maybe 10% of the time I'll draw it out. Usually I just wing it. This one I did draw it out. So same thing, I'm just gonna kind of go over just those little areas. Kind of double up on the color. And then same thing, a lot of this is just puzzle taping. To get those nice shades, kind of breakups. Just got here. What's happening, my brother Adam? So we're untaping the next series of shades. And of course, each one, like you guys see when we use different colors, depending on what it is, you can really get some nice breakups in between the colors to just get a really nice color separation. Kind of fanning out from light to dark of the same shade or whatever shade you are doing. And this is like, say, like back to this, I could come in like say with a little bit of green and then kind of candy over it to kind of have it pop a little bit, you know what I mean? And then teal over it. Or same thing, I could come in. Same thing with the Oriental. And then kind of go over it. So in other words, I mean, I could really come in with the Oriental and then kind of teal over that. I'm just giving you guys an example. This is just straight up Oriental right here. I could have did that with green to kind of make it just pop a little bit more, but not, I'm not wanting it to be super green, just a teal shade of green. So watch, we'll kind of do this. And then on that side, yep. And then same thing, I'm going to shade with just a little bit. What's happening, Brother John? What's happening, Brother Lewis? So same thing, I'm coming in with a little bit of the green. And then I'm going to still till over it. I'm going to come back with the till. Same thing, till down here. And if you don't like it, you can kind of go back over it. I can kind of deaden. Like say if you don't like the green right there popping out as much, you can kind of go back and deaden it some.
Eric asked, is there anything you do to avoid any color overspray on the panel?
Brother Randy, hope you're doing good, my brother. All the tape, you definitely appreciate it, brother. If you need anything else too, brother, we want to send you a few other things too, my brother. Thing you can do to avoid any color overspray on the panel. So it just depends on what exactly. Hey, my brother, Vintage Rider, keep up the work. Amazing work, brother. And thank you for the support. So I'm coming back in with a little bit of the blue to kind of kill that green being so green. I'm giving you guys an example, kind of like somebody asked, you know, playing with the colors. And there's always things, let's put it this way, you can never lighten candy. You'd have to go back over it with something. So you better make sure when you're doing it, just like they don't sell a wood stretcher yet, they don't sell a candy lightener. You know, I'm being sarcastic. Who knows, they might make a wood stretcher. I just don't know it yet, but yeah, but once you get something so dark, you can't go back. I mean, you literally have to either go wipe it off or shoot back over it. And imagine when you're doing candy, the whole process that you got to do. And of course, the good thing, back to that, if you have finishing clear over the flake and all of that, and there's some areas you don't like, man, you can literally go in, tape, and you can literally wipe those certain areas up and start over. Hey, thank you, Dio. I really appreciate that, brother. And hope you're doing good too, my brother Randy. I don't know, I know you just wrecking on your the skateboard. And had to replace your femur, the ball or whatever on the femur. Man, that's no joke, brother. I know you're about my same age. We be trying to think we're still 18, out rolling. I still be on the BMX bike still. So now, same thing. Definitely need more guns. Takes so long switching colors. It sure does, my brother. Got it, my brother Eric. Hope you guys are doing good. Definitely appreciate you, Gio. So now I'm going to come back one more time, and you kind of see these little breakups. This one I'm going to go pretty light. This is back just to the straight teal, and I'm going to kind of go over the whole thing to darken everything up a little more. 3 shade, 3 fade. Of course, this is 3 shade. Then you can literally come in if you want to go just a little bit, dial it in. Dial it in, hit just those spots. One more time. And then go back over them. Boom. So now, you come in, take that one off. It's gonna start coming together real quick here. Man, this color blender, the intercoat clear I have, man, it has been working out really good. No issues. Yeah, definitely keep Brother Randy in prayer. Boom, boom, boom. So let's see. So now here's where the in and outs. So I'm gonna cut right here so I can lift that up, shoot the black shading. I'm gonna take this out now. Through the middle. Same thing, I'm gonna peel this back. And we'll keep that there. We'll go to about right there. Same thing. Peel this up. Leave it to about right there because I still got to do the shading. Same thing here because I cut to make that one kind of go over and under.
What is your go-to size for flake?
Man, personally, the go-to for flake, depending on, this is huge, like really listen to this one. If you are going, you're trying to just, if you're trying to get the dancing and the bling, and you don't mind spending a whole bunch of money on clear and a bunch of extra work, then man, I definitely, I'm a .004, .008, .015, .025. But what comes along with that is a lot of extra work.
Yes.
If you want, Rudy said yes. If you want to still get like a really nice effect, I mean, there's all kinds of different stuff. Grab that the card up there too. So I mean, back to this. There's, man, this is literally .040. This is .094, huge. Nobody even shoots that. This is what I had in my car that I put with the stucco gun 30 years ago. That's literally .125. Then you got .015, which is a pretty safe. And then you got like this. It's all dusty, but you got this, which is .008 and .004. Man, it's got bling. It's got, it's got dancing and bling. But you got the money and the time. Back to that. And then here, even this one, .025, which is pretty big. A lot of work, a lot of clear, a lot of material. And then, of course, we got a bunch of the colored flake too, and they're all in the .008. You know what I mean? We got the red, we got teal, orange, a whole bunch of cool colors too. A really nice magenta. Even the holographic, the silver, same thing, the gold. Now I got this untaped here, so we're gonna shoot the black there. And then same thing, I can pluck this out here. In fact, I can just, this can just get taken off right there. Same thing. Boom. Same thing here, I can just peel this back to shoot the black. Of course, I just do it with the touch-up gun. Of course, even with that, if you're trying to get in there really precise, I mean, you could come in, back to this, you could come in and just tape real quick. If you have the airbrush, you could really get in strategically without the extra taping. And if you just don't care, then you could just shoot black over it. You know what I mean? I'm literally just gonna shoot just a little bit of black right there. And then same thing right here on this side. Okay. That goes down. Come in with a little bit of black right here. Just for the in and out. Same thing.
I'm not sure if you already answered these, but what is the Vanderslice mix made of?
The Vanderslice mix is, it is a 50, 30, 20 mix. It is 20% 0.004, which is your super dancing small micro sequence. Then you got your 0.008, 30% of that, and then 50% of the 0.015. And that's, I mean, that's a super good mix. Like I say, a lot of work, but it's worth it in the end. You know what I mean? Yeah, exactly, deal. So same thing, I'm coming in, just shooting a little black right here. Boom. And then now I can untape, except for I gotta get this little spot, of course. And you know what, even with that one, like I say, if you're using the airbrush, you could really get in. You can dial these things down pretty good too, just to kind of get in there. Same thing here. Boom. Now we're pretty much ready to untape everything but the emblem.
Have you used the other Flake colors? Lisa's wondering.
The only one we've done is the gold holographic. You know, most everything I do, we're shooting a candy over it, so it ends up the colored flake anyway. And you know, a lot of the purpose for shooting the colored flake would be, let's say, like I say, you're trying to shoot like a really nice purple metallic, and then you're shooting the purple flake over it, and you're not wanting to do a candy. That's a good one. You know, if you are doing something that ain't flaked out so much and you're just trying to do little spots and you want to shoot whatever colored flake is going to coordinate with that job you're doing, then you could do it. My brother Steph. Man, let me tell you, Steph, I get a lot of people, they're just starting. Man, I'll set you up with the whole little small setup for you to get going. I mean, real small amount. And that way you can figure it out. And then you can graduate to the next size up, you know, as far as materials. But, you know, same thing too. Everybody here, we got a bunch of pre-flaked boards, kind of like this, for sale on the website to save you all of the struggle of flaking and making the mess. You know, we got a bunch of different sizes, crosses, and then of course, you know, with the crosses or the boards, you could start small. You could buy the 2 ounce ready to sprays, you know, and then you could get going trying to figure it out. Buy a little bit of tape, you know, on a little budget. You know, I'll set you up with just enough to kind of do what you got to do. See if you even like it, and then go from there. So boom, so now I'm gonna shoot just a little bit of black around that Bel Air emblem. Same thing over here, except for this one. Definitely need to pluck out a few things.
When you're making the Vanderslice flake, do you mix them together or lay them?
No, it's all mixed together. And you spray them all at the same time. Everybody does some, you know, things different. Let's just say you were gonna shoot a bunch of different sizes of flake. I still put them all in the same mix. That would be a lot of different steps to try to shoot like one layer of one size flake, to shoot another layer, to shoot another layer. That's just so much work, so much material. It's already so much work as it is to do it in the first place. You know what I mean?
Rob, do you ever do any gold leafing? Travis is wondering.
Not really. I did some last year. I know even Deja was telling me I need to try to do it. I'm not a gold leafer, but I definitely need to do it. You know, just to show you guys too, it's like, man, it's, you know, we all start somewhere. And, you know, I think I shared last time when I did some. You know, it came out good, far from, how do you put it? It looks good from a distance. But, you know, the good thing is, it's back to, like I tell you guys, you learn from your mistakes. You know, I had put the sizing on a little too wet, put the leaf on too soon. And that's how you learn. I mean, literally. Learn from making mistakes. Like I tell everybody, if you guys think I just figured this out without making mistakes, man, absolutely not. We're going to be learning till the day we die. And just like, you know, with, you know, having the class with all the amazing talent that usually have, it's crazy how everybody does something different, has a different way of doing things. And, you know, it's just crazy.
Rob, do you think it would be worth it to sell flaked out skateboards like the boards you already have?
Yeah, for sure. I do. I have some for sale that are already pre-flaked. I think I have 2 left. Somebody came and bought 2 today. They're on the website. I think they're like, how much are those, girl? Flaked already? 60 bucks, 55 bucks or something?
55?
Yeah, they're like 55 or 60 bucks, already all flaked out. I mean, it's your canvas ready to go, no headache, no clear, none of the, and right away you can just get to taping and doing your artwork. Only happy accidents. There you go, Bob Ross. Adam's Line Sizing Glue has been one of the best. Most definitely. I'm going to come back just with a little bit of black over this. I'm going to actually shoot just a little bit of teal in it. And we're going to be almost ready to be clearing this here. Let me untape some of this. It's hard to get this thing to kind of cut right. The Chevy emblem. What is it called when you got to transfer it into the SVG?
Yeah, I have to put it into like a different format. I don't know why.
Sometimes it kind of makes some tripped out shapes.
But we use it through it's not a Cricut, what's it called?
A Cameo.
Cameo.
For, so let me check this up real quick. Even this, I probably should have kept this line on there, but you guys know me. I'm gonna come back. I don't know if Fat Lack is still on. He's the peer pressure guy. That's crazy, man. So I'm gonna come back just right here. I was gonna break out some pearls. We are gonna be doing some stuff showing some ghost patterns. So man, it would be good, you know, Lisa, man, we might end up doing something to where maybe we do something kind of where everything's colored, even black, and then do some ghost patterns. Yes, doing Flake, my brother Steph, is definitely, it is a process, it is a mess, and it is a mission. That's why I tell people, you know, we have we sell the boards already ready, but eventually people do have to graduate into doing their own boards. So this, I'm barely just shooting a little Oriental blue over those little areas.
Someone on Instagram asked candy over pearl or pearl over candy.
Man, you can do either, but the pearl is going to give you kind of a hologram effect over it. Even if you put it under it and you candy over it, it will look good. Like even today, let me tell you, me and Deja made a way cool, kind of one of the base coat candies. You know, it's the teal, but it's got green and blue pearl in it. Really nice color. I know it's really hard to see. Way cool. So now I'm going to go back just around the border real quick with some black. We're going to untape. I'm going to do the border, and then we'll get to clearing. And you can see that. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, you can in the screen. Real light, just real ghost patterns. Okay.
When you spray flake in your shop or garage, are there any precautions you take to not get flake all over the place for years to come?
That's so funny, man. That is funny. Who asked that? Great. Oh my gosh,
That
was
was
funny.
John Martin. Greg said it'll be there years later.
I know, man. Appreciate it, Dominic. Yep, still on it, buddy. Man, yeah, let me tell you, when you're shooting flake, I mean, it's just gonna make a mess. And like, you know, like I tell you, like, you got people with paint booths. Let's just use like Blast for an example. Man, when we flake over there, he makes, I mean, we cover the whole floor with the cardboard protected. We covered the sides of the walls. I mean, with with plastic. Cause you know, you don't want, if you're doing production work and you're shooting flake, you let somebody use your booth to shoot flake. Your regular painter comes in on Monday and he's shooting like a stock car. Man, he's gonna end up with flake all in that paint job everywhere.
My driveway sparkles. He said, Travis said, my gravel driveway sparkles with flake.
Yep, crazy. Now I'm gonna come around with just teal to the border. Boom, we'll untake this border. Yep, exactly. Your stock paint job will have sparkles in it. You'll be like, look, a flake there, a flake there, a flake on the fender, 4 flakes on the hood. And depending on what color it is, let's say it's black, woo, forget it. So it's just, man, you got to either be doing, and of course here in my garage, my garage here, let me tell you, it's just a 2-car garage, nothing fancy. Back to that, it's like, man, I mean, this is all I really do in here, so it really don't hurt my feelings. I got I got flake all over the house, carpet, everything. It's crazy. What's happening, my brother Juan? Man, keep up the good work too, my brother Tony. Man, definitely appreciate you guys. My brother Juan up in Chicago. That'll probably be definitely one of the places we'll be doing a class next year. My brother John, I'm sure you're getting ready to make a crazy flake deal. I'll definitely have to be talking with you. My dirt leaves sparkles, he said. I flake outside too, yep. That's funny. Steph, my wife says that looks fire. Boom, and then we'll, like I say, we'll get a little bit of clear on it. Man, let's just say I was to come back and shoot like some ghost pearl patterns over this. Let's just use this for an example. Let's just say I taped a line. I kind of came through here. I mean, just kind of against the grain. I shot a little blue pearl real lightly to where you really couldn't see it now. And then I came a couple other places and shot some pearl. You get the light on it, the sun on it, those places are just gonna pop, but then the majority of the time you're not even gonna see them. So, you know, we've talked about this too, ghost patterns. Do you want your ghost patterns to be like from 1 to 10? How ghosty do you want them to be? You know, let's say 10 is extremely ghosty, where it's like only at 12:30 in the afternoon will you see that pattern when the sun's like at a certain angle. You know, I'm being, of course, sarcastic, but serious. And then you got to where it's like you can see them, but at night you can't see them, but under a street light you can see them. Is my brother Cordell on here? Do you have a Sharpie? Brother Cordell. And of course, man, if I was like, man, if I was more like your airbrush guy, we could have made that literally look like chrome. But I'm not that guy. Let me mix up some clear. We'll get some clear going here and boom. See what my brother Steve said? My grandfather used to get so mad at me because he restored cars and I did custom paint. I bet, man. It is a mess. That's funny. Yeah. They're praying on your downfall, Rudy. Rudy's doing pretty good tonight, man. He's doing pretty good, man. That's funny. I bought a brand new box of the small cups, and they were up there. I just don't know where they went. Huh? No, those are another one. Yeah, and then I need the fast hardener. Mixing up the clear real quick. Appreciate it, my brother Dio. For the most part, it came out pretty much what I was planning. You know what I mean? Been using the 800 clear, the VHS 800 on all these panels. Like I say, I got in some new, Euro clear for those that don't want to spend over 200 bucks for a 7.5. Got those for like 189. It's 7.5 liters. Same thing, made from X Prime. Really good stuff. High solids, 189 for a 7.5 setup. This one that I'm shooting right now is, I think it's about 230 something for a 7.5. Same with the VHS 900, which is my main go-to. That's the secret weapon I've been using for the last year and a half. Of course, it's even going on longer than that now. Boom. I'm gonna shoot, dang it, this laptop is gonna die. Let me plug this real quick here, guys. For some reason it is not charging. Come on, little buddy. There we go. So I'm gonna shoot just a dry coat on here. You never want to shoot the first coat wet. With the candy over the silvers, you'll get a bunch of sagging, especially if it's the side of a car. I've kind of told you guys, let's say this is the side of a car and you just shot it on super wet. I've had colors sag into the silver. You talk about a mess, a mess. No, so the 800 and the 900, they're very similar. 800 would be, it dries a little quicker than a 900. The 900 flows out a little bit more. They're both the same solids. Both of them are 50% solids. Very high end, both of them. The 800 has a little bit different resin content than the 900. And this is the 800 right here. Perfect for what you're doing, John. I think that's the one that you got. Like I say, I'm just gonna dust medium kind of. So when I'm doing kind of a dry spray on it, I'm just literally kind of misting it. And I'm not getting it wet. It's just really kind of a dry coat. Kind of a spackling it on there lightly. Let's see what else do we got in here. Using the cure for flake and finishing. Definitely hit me up, Travis, man. Like I say, that depending on your budget. I mean, personally, I'm all for the 800 and 900, which, you know, that's about, like I say, about 230 something. And then back to that, the Euro Clear. It's called 97, and it's high solids. Really good stuff too. That would work for flaking, high solids. And I'm on break. Sorry I missed it. You call out. Yep, there you go, Brother Cordell. Yeah, I just, if you're still on, I wanted you to check it out. I'm getting ready to lay that wet coat on it. And then, let's see who else had a question. Let's see. I used to use nothing but show clear. Rock says nice, looks great, just too dang expensive. And let's see. Appreciate it, Cordell. Thank you too for the support, my brother. And Brother Brock on the House of Colors show clear. Man, let me tell you, brother. Man, it's like, you know, we got to use the clear house, everything House of Colors for 2 years for the pattern class. And man, I mean, it's back to that. It just depends how much you want to pay. It's like, man, I'll put this 800 and 900 against the show clear any day, brother. On quality, long lasting, really good stuff. Old school formula made with love, but a fraction of the price, brother. You know what I mean? I get it. You want to wear Nike shoes and you want to see the Nike emblem, but man, it's some things it's not worth it. You know what I mean? If you can go buy the same toilet paper that's as soft as the other toilet paper, I would do it. Oh yeah, definitely, my brother Travis. Definitely hit me up, man. Definitely, we appreciate the support, brother. It has definitely been, a slow week online. That's for sure. Every little bit helps. If you guys need any help too, you guys need any, like I say, my phone number is literally in the description on this live tonight. Text me and I will get back to you. If you guys have any questions, if you need me to put you together something special, and you could go on. I mean, you got people like John, so many people that are on here that I literally will spend time helping you put something together, whatever you need. So I kind of let this tack up real quick, and then here's the thing too. So let's say in a normal circuit, yeah, brother Ryan, same thing. Yep. They know, man, we're personal bro here, man. We try to reach out. We try to, you know, talk with you guys, help you guys out as much as possible. People know me for that, and they know that's how we are. But, you know, so here we are too. So I put kind of a 2-coat mist over it. And now I'm going to go back, and I'm literally should only put like one more wet coat on it, let it dry. But every Thursday, I'll go back 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I'll pound it on, and it does really good. You know what I mean? And then we're going to turn up the lights and kind of check it out to pop. Huh? Yeah, the light. Oh, man, it's at the right thing. Now we'll just have to do the phone. And I forgot to light at the bike after school program. We'll just have to use the phone. Trying to think what else we can do. Who's got a light? Man, I really appreciate it. Okay, we're gonna turn out the lights. Man, it's sad I left the light we usually use at the after school program. Hopefully you guys get to see. Man. Let's see. Watch, somebody could do this while I pull up my... Let me take off my phone here. You can kind of see the bevel. You can kind of see the light popping. Man, I wish I had the other light. I'm going to move around this way. Just stay where you're at. You can kind of see where I kind of put those little ghosties there. You can kind of see where I put the lights a little bit. And that's kind of where the white is too. Kind kind of go back over that way. Stay kind of over there a little bit. No, come on this side, though. No, you two on this side, yeah. You can kind of see where that the whites kind of pop out. Like I said, I wish I had my bright light, man. Can't believe we left it over there. But you guys get the idea. And then the marble too, you can kind of see. Nah, it just ain't popping like I wanted to. But you can see, there we go. You see the marble? Yeah, stay there. You can kind of see the way it pops. And then see how it kind of disappears. You guys see that? And it pops. Let me kind of do the same thing. Okay, come on this side, girl. Yeah, see how it kind of, you can kind of see where it looks like a solid baby blue. Same thing, you can kind of see this, kind of around those. Man, and even with the light right now, you ought to see these blues look so deep. Right now, they look like baby blues on the screen. And that's kind of not what they are. Okay, lift up. All right, turn on the light. Boom. I definitely appreciate you guys, man. Definitely go support the website. Thank you, Martine. Thank you, Louis. I appreciate you guys.
What size flake did you use for this piece?
This one is 0.008 and 0.004. Yeah, and you can kind of see just real ghosty in that corner. Like I say, and then same thing, kind of see the little bit of marble. Like I said, I'll throw another, but you got to think, man, I just literally put, that's 4 coats of clear, kind of hammered on. Thank you, guys. Like I said, I wish I had the other light. And thank you too, Cordell. Definitely thank you, Manuel. Well, let's go out with some prayer. Definitely appreciate you guys. And you kind of see too, like the 3 shade, back to the 3 shade, 3 fade. Kind of from that lighter to the darker. Just kind of getting that breakup. Just something simple, add to your toolbox, you know what I mean? You could tweak it any way you want, you know what I mean? But let's pray, definitely. With the Sharpie. Thank you, Brother Juan. Definitely, that's the 800. My go-to is definitely the 900, the 800. For a very reasonable price, too. Got a bunch of stuff. Please go visit the website. Appreciate you guys. Let's pray. Dear Heavenly Father, we come before you, Lord. First and foremost, we just thank you, Lord, for everything you do for us. We do ask for forgiveness in those areas that we fall short every single day, Lord. Knowing and unknowing. I lift up every single person on this live tonight. I don't know what they're going through. Good, bad, struggles, trials, blessed, whatever it may be. We just ask that you just continue to just surround us with your love, Lord. Your Holy Spirit would lead us, guide us, and convict us. And I just thank you for everybody. And we just give you praise, Lord. In Jesus Christ's name, amen. Amen. And I appreciate you guys. Definitely thank you. Thank you, Brother Cordell. Appreciate you too, brother. Turn out that light. See what it looks like with that light. Thank you guys for literally supporting, tuning in. And visit the website. We appreciate all the support. Really do. Thank you guys. Like I said. Thank you, Brother Ted. Appreciate you. Thank you, Linda. Thank you, Brock. Lloyd. Brother Cordell. My brother James. My brother Dio